Step into a garden where every detail feels intentional, calm, and beautifully refined. The sunlight moves gently across clean lines, polished surfaces, and soft floral accents, creating a space that feels both serene and alive. In this modern setting, nature does not overwhelm the design. It enhances it, bringing quiet elegance to every corner. Here, floral decor is not just decorative. It becomes part of the architecture of the garden itself. Sleek planters, structured greenery, and subtle bursts of color work together to create a balanced outdoor scene that feels luxurious without being loud. The atmosphere is fresh, graceful, and deeply inviting, as if the garden is quietly welcoming you in. If you love elegant outdoor inspiration, subscribe for more garden design ideas, like this video, and comment below with your favorite modern floral style. Today, we're exploring how simple floral choices can completely transform an ordinary yard into a sophisticated retreat filled with beauty and charm. This garden opens with a sense of order, where floral shapes follow graceful lines instead of chaotic clusters. Each bloom appears carefully placed, as though the entire landscape has been composed like a quiet piece of modern art. The result is calm, polished, and visually satisfying, with every edge feeling soft yet intentional. Clean floral lines give the outdoor space a refined rhythm. Low flower beds, neatly trimmed greenery, and restrained bursts of color create a composition that feels elegant from every angle. Instead of overwhelming the eye, the garden leads it gently across the scene, inviting a slower, more appreciative way of looking. A modern floral garden thrives when beauty feels controlled, balanced, and effortless. The atmosphere here is sophisticated but never stiff, offering a fresh outdoor escape that feels airy, open, and deeply comforting. It is the kind of garden that makes simplicity look luxurious. Minimal planters bring a sense of calm structure to the garden, allowing each flower to stand out with quiet confidence. Their clean shapes and smooth finishes create a modern rhythm that feels refined rather than busy, turning even a small outdoor corner into something polished and intentional. When arranged with care, these containers create a beautiful visual flow across the space. Tall planters, low bowls, and matching forms give the garden depth without clutter, while delicate blooms soften the overall look with color and movement. The result feels balanced, fresh, and effortlessly sophisticated. There is something deeply elegant about a garden that relies on simplicity to make its statement. Minimal planters frame the flowers like artwork, letting texture, proportion, and space carry the beauty forward in a way that feels timeless, graceful, and unmistakably modern. Layered greenery brings depth to the garden, creating a rich and elegant backdrop for every floral detail. The textures feel soft yet full, with leaves overlapping in gentle waves that make the whole space seem more alive, more composed, and more visually luxurious. This kind of layering gives the garden a quiet sense of dimension. Larger plants settle behind finer details, while delicate flowers appear to float in front, producing a scene that feels carefully balanced and naturally graceful. The eye moves slowly through the space, discovering beauty in every layer. The feeling is refined and immersive, like stepping into a living design composition where nothing is accidental. Green texture becomes the foundation of modern floral elegance, allowing the blooms to glow against a backdrop that feels soft, fresh, and beautifully serene. A stone pathway brings quiet sophistication to the garden, guiding movement with a calm and graceful rhythm. The hard edges of the stone soften against the surrounding flowers, creating a contrast that feels both modern and timeless, as if the garden has been designed to breathe slowly and beautifully. Each step along the path reveals a new layer of charm. Low blooms, trimmed borders, and open space make the walkway feel deliberate and polished, turning a simple route into a refined design feature. The garden feels larger, cleaner, and more composed when the stone leads the eye with such elegance. There is a luxurious stillness in this balance of structure and softness. The pathway becomes more than a connector. It becomes part of the garden's visual story, where floral beauty frames the journey and the entire space feels thoughtfully curated from beginning to end. Soft bloom corners create a quiet moment of beauty within the garden, drawing attention without demanding it. These small floral spaces feel intimate and carefully composed, as though the garden has paused to offer a gentle whisper of color and grace. The charm of these corners lies in their restraint. A few carefully chosen flowers, placed with balance and purpose, can transform an overlooked edge into a refined focal point. The effect is subtle but powerful, giving the garden a sense of softness that feels elegant and deeply welcoming. In a modern floral setting, these corners become the emotional heart of the landscape. They create warmth, add dimension, and invite the viewer to linger a little longer, absorbing the calm rhythm of blossoms arranged with quiet confidence and timeless style. A modern seating nook gives the garden a sense of pause, creating a place where beauty can be experienced slowly and comfortably. Surrounded by flowers and greenery, the space feels intimate yet open, with every line and surface designed to support calm conversation and quiet reflection. The look is understated but refined. Clean seating forms, soft cushions, and floral accents work together to create a corner that feels both stylish and welcoming, as if the garden itself is inviting you to rest for a while and take in the atmosphere. This is where modern floral decor becomes a lived experience rather than just a visual one. The nook adds warmth, balance, and human scale to the garden, turning the landscape into a beautiful setting that feels peaceful, elegant, and deeply usable. Vertical accents bring a refined lift to the garden, drawing the eye upward and creating a sense of elegance that feels both modern and expansive. When flowers climb, cascade, or frame the walls, the whole space seems taller, lighter, and more thoughtfully designed. This elevated style adds beauty without crowding the ground below. Slender supports, structured greenery, and carefully placed blooms create a layered composition that feels airy and sophisticated, like the garden is wearing its floral details with quiet confidence. The effect is graceful and architectural, blending nature with form in a way that feels polished and memorable. Vertical garden accents turn blank surfaces into living design features, giving the outdoor space a fresh sense of movement, depth, and modern charm. As daylight fades, the garden begins to glow with a softer kind of beauty. Gentle lighting settles across the flowers and pathways, giving the entire space a calm, sophisticated atmosphere that feels almost cinematic, as if the garden is quietly preparing for evening. At dusk, every surface seems more graceful. The blooms take on deeper tones, the shadows become smoother, and the warm light creates a feeling of comfort that invites you to linger a little longer. The modern floral design feels even more luxurious when seen under this tender evening illumination. This is the hour when the garden feels most enchanting. Light and floral texture work together in perfect balance, creating a serene outdoor scene that feels intimate, polished, and timelessly elegant, like a final soft note at the end of a beautiful day. A balanced color palette gives the garden its quiet sense of luxury, allowing each flower to contribute without overpowering the scene. Soft tones and carefully repeated shades create a visual harmony that feels calm, polished, and deeply satisfying, like a garden arranged with a designer's eye. The beauty of restrained color lies in its clarity. Gentle blush, creamy white, muted green, and soft lavender work together to create an atmosphere that feels fresh and graceful, while still maintaining the modern minimal character that makes the space feel so refined. When color is handled with care, the entire garden begins to feel more intentional and serene. Every bloom appears connected to the next, forming a cohesive outdoor story that feels elegant, soothing, and effortlessly complete. Every memorable garden needs a centerpiece, and this one draws the eye with quiet confidence. Surrounded by clean lines and floral harmony, the focal point feels deliberate and graceful, giving the entire outdoor space a sense of direction and a polished visual anchor. The beauty of a strong centerpiece is how it holds the garden together without dominating it. Whether it is a sculptural planter, a statement bloom arrangement, or a refined seating feature, it adds presence while still allowing the surrounding flowers to breathe and shine. This balance creates a feeling of calm sophistication. The garden becomes more than a collection of beautiful parts. It becomes a complete composition where every element leads naturally to the next and the whole space feels curated, elevated, and deeply serene. As this garden journey comes to a close, the entire space feels complete, calm, and beautifully unified. Every floral detail, every clean line, and every soft layer of greenery has worked together to create a modern outdoor setting that feels both stylish and deeply peaceful. The final impression is one of elegance that lingers. The garden does not fade away. It stays in the mind like a quiet, glowing memory, full of texture, balance, and light. It reminds us that modern floral decor can be simple, refined, and still deeply inspiring. If you enjoyed this modern floral garden inspiration, subscribe for more garden ideas, like the video, and comment below with your favorite section. Your support helps Garden Blooms keep bringing beautiful outdoor spaces to life with fresh design inspiration and thoughtful creative ideas.